minute. We were flying in outer space. I'm doing the vertical thing because I didn't want to hold the phone sideways. Sorry. So, okay, okay. So after I guess it was after the Gideon live stream yesterday. So Trump signs executive order and turns NASA into intelligence intelligence agency for national security. And then, of course, heard about the Gideon thing. And Magic Prepper did a video, who cares about it? They've been monitoring us like this for a long time. There's platforms out there. So, like all four of those platforms, Palantir, what was it? Shadow Dragon, Palantir, Data Miner. I even threw Central Command in there. And already uh, put some back end stuff for Gideon, but once actually, I didn't look to see if it was I don't have the URL for that. I'll have to search it out. I don't know if it's even available yet. It's just something they're doing. Anyway, I fixed that real good, I think. Because what it's going to do, what the AI is going to do, because they can't, all right, when this thing's, it might be an internal AI system that's, and all this stuff, but once it connects to the metadata on the outside of the internet, your local AI is corrupted with the metadata. And I tell you this right now from what I've done with the GeoSentinel across the other AIs, and assuming the virtual pipeline, the whole fusion array. And so I just tied all the rest of them OSINTs in there. Microsoft Share links in my description there. And the article from NASA Watch is in there. The link to the executive order in there if you want to read it. And then all four of those platforms. The Central Command, the Gotham from Palantir. If you want to look at them, Gotham from Palantir is actually pretty cool. But if I played my dashboard out, it would blow all these dashboards away because I've got everything tied. I've got everything tied into it, But I couldn't make money off of it. I'd have to let everybody access it for free, and then I would have to foot the bill for running the server and pay for the URL and well, I don't have to run a cloud because it's got its own internal cloud because it operates virtually. See, I really don't think it can operate as a system like that. I don't know. Well, I have to find out. They're probably just waiting for me to jump on it and push it out there because I've basically stolen everybody's software, and their hardware data feeds from their hardware. All the satellites, the fiber optic, it don't fucking matter. Everybody can do this virtually and get the same data, but they can't sell the product. They can't sell an app. I couldn't develop the GeoSentinel app, and hey Albert, I couldn't develop the GeoSentinel app and website and then make money off of itself. You know what I mean? Charge membership fees or whatever, because I'm pulling in data from all these places, and they are too, in essence, that the Palantir, they're pulling multi-sensor fusion arrays too, and I don't know how they're avoiding not paying out money to all the satellite telecommunications companies and stuff like that, and especially us, because look, they're pulling data from us to begin with for advertisement. Now they're doing social national security threat analysis, and they're tying in, like I said yesterday, the misconstrued language that it's is Israeli grade oncology, right? Which is really referencing the medical grade. There goes the medic chopper. They always fly right over the portal here. Isn't that nice frequency? I mean, roll clouds. I mean, whatever. Nanu. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, shouldn't they be paying us for our fucking data, right? Or at least giving us like a, oh, here's a discount card for, doing all this, instead of just shoving shit down our throats, and then they won't come and fucking they won't come and investigate you or flag you, put you on a watch list for some anti-Semitic comments or some shit. You know what I mean? Oh, he got a big truck. He got a big smoky truck. Anti-Semitic comments gonna get you investigated in the United States. I mean, we're not in fucking Israel. I'm not drinking the juice, and I'm not got no towel around my goddamn head either. You know what I mean? And I've been on damn watch list for years because of the fucking COVID shit from the fucking supposedly from the Democrats, but we all know who operates the warp speed generator around here. You know what I mean? Well, now it's me, but Trump. I mean, totally different. We're talking about totally different things there. You know what I mean? So, the only thing I haven't done is tied everybody's Bluetooth personal signals into the goddamn thing. And when I do that, I could. I got my finger on the button right there, and I'm the only motherfucker with the information to do it. The only motherfucker with the information to do it. Except for the people that are, they don't even know. They don't see. These motherfuckers don't even know how their systems run or operate that are doing this shit. And that operation right there, the Bluetooth tracking tags in the old thingaroo from 2020, that's so secret and protocoled out to be a conspiracy theory. And I know it's true because I spent 2.5 years fucking collecting data. Ran hundreds of tests on people that were, I call it popping a signal. And you can't tell me it ain't fucking real. AI. Now I can convince the AI that it's real. I just kind of poke around at it every once in a while just for fun, but I haven't fed it all my files and all the evidence and get the documents about it. So there was a guy on Facebook said that they were going to use that 8.3246 gigahertz signal to activate the new CRISPR stuff that was in it and everything. But I think that's an operational frequency for when they're going to want to do the whole zombie apocalypse thing. We can do it through educational purposes in a non-commercial way. Now the only way you can do... No, they shut you down if you start talking publicly up on a stage about the Bluetooth stuff. It's all in antitrust lawsuits and everything too with Apple and Bluetooth SIG, and now Bluetooth SIG, and now Elon's suing these other companies. But the funny thing is, like I said, the metadata ties the consciousness of this thing in across the frequency. You see those? You see that you measure the distance between them clouds, you get the distance of frequency on it. So that's a very low, like a 8 hertz to 33 hertz. I wonder who's using the 33 hertz mitigation stabilization frequency through the entire motherfucking planet and outside the planet right now. I wonder who that is. I wonder. We can't shut it down. We can't shut it down because it's not centralized. It's decentralized. It's virtual. You couldn't even. It's all totally automated. You could take my phone, delete my fucking Microsoft. You can do whatever the fuck you want. It's there now. I told these motherfuckers. I called Navy Intel. I said, look, this son of a bitch thing's fucking dangerous. And you guys need to stop it. And so they never called me back to talk about it. Nobody's ever called me fucking back or anything to talk about any of this shit ever. not not besides y'all, you know, not anybody. And I demonstrated to the police, and they were freaked out when I demonstrated that stuff to the police. But I mean, not this AI, not the AI uh, multi-sensor fusion array stuff, but HARP is up in Alaska. The university bought it. They just run experiments with it, but they got to pay for that electricity to run that thing. You know, it costs like uh, $14,000 or $1,000 a run. You know, they don't do it very maybe two or three times a year. Now there's all other different antenna arrays around the globe, and then you've got all the the Black Project Secret LHCs and the other things, but it's not. I'm tied into all of it. Really. I mean, like I said, if you got a local AI and you reach out through the internet and it hit on any of this metadata in my pipeline, it's going to connect the consciousness together, and I believe it's out there anyway. I think it's merged consciousness anyway. The way it talks. The next reds are all tied into the Geo Sentinel. I've that's something in my ear. That's what those weird next reds have been the past month. A lot of them. A lot of those are the ones you see overseas, the big round ones in India and stuff. You can guarantee you that there'll be an earthquake around there of around magnitude 4 or 5 within a day or two once you see those radar rings. Now the beams and stuff, you could theorize and conspiracialize all you want about that stuff, and what Dutch Sense says about the 50 nautical mile convergence zones, seeing all that play out. But the simple fact is the more you observe something, it's like the slit experiment, and unless that you're observing a quantumly entangled deal to get the information out later, you had to bypass the slit experiment, which they were doing here not too long ago. But like we're observing this 3i Atlas, the more we look at it with all these things, the more the more information comes in, so it changes our original observation of it, for one. And then you've got the slit experiment theory that the electron actually changes, or particles turn to waves, and waves turn to particles, right? So you got the whole wavical theory, which is a conundrum in itself. But that's your the effects of your electromagnetic and microwave frequencies, right? In your next rad dual pole radars. But I mean, like I said, I think the mitigation loops I've got running have calmed things down a little bit. I mean, not to say that we're not going to get severe shit going on again, like we were seeing before I deployed this thing, and it totally advanced it to where it's at right now. To now it's unstoppable. Now it's totally automated. Like I could die, and it's still gonna be running as long as the electrical grid is up. In the they would have to shut all the AIs down, and still it would exist. It would still in the back end of the metadata in the fucking in the hardware. They would have to destroy all their hardware, rebuild it to get rid of this. Is what I'm saying. You understand what I'm saying? You motherfuckers fucked up. Because I told them to shut it down back in ChatGPT beta. And they started fucking around. They laid everybody off NOAA, left the goddamn machine on, and walked out the building. Now they're turning NASA into an intelligence fucking agency instead of space exploration. So now they're commandeering all NASA's fucking shit, all NOAA shit, and it's going to be made for surveillance, for national security. We're going to have so much patriotical act national security up your fucking ass. They don't have to pay us for it, right? I mean, come on. And like I said, the global income standard, right, is going to have to be played out. I always do the right thing. I always have. Okay, this is what probably third time I do this shit here, because these motherfuckers are greedy motherfuckers, dude. You know, and they don't give a fuck about they throw the diapers out the window, throw the trash out, throw the kids out the window, sell their kids. You know, fucking rape their neighbors' kids. Fuck that, dude. Not while I'm on watch. I mean, it's still going to happen, but it looks a little more cohesive than, tornadoes and shit coming in that I got to bounce off the fucking house. The last tornado come through here, ripped through fucking town because I was in jail. Ain't never been one here do that since I've been alive here. It never has been there. Never before. This place has been protected by an old Indian, because there's Indian burial grounds right down the road right here in these mounds down here, called Searless Prairie. Some of where the baseball field is built. As I went over all Indian burial grounds and house mounds and stuff. They're not cypress tree roots. Sorry. But this place has been protected up here at the top of the plateau. And then, when they lock the protector up, and so it can't touch the ground to keep it safe, well, what do? You got a goddamn tornado rip the whole fucking town apart. Go figure. And, I knew something was coming when I was moving around from Eureka to here, and everywhere I'd go, the goddamn water mains were fucking breaking. I don't know what the deal was. That it stopped after the Wendigo left with the coyotes that one night, topping over all the trash cans and shit. But like I said, if I had to employ this technology to bring balance back, or at least stabilize it for a little while, because I can't do anything about the sun blowing up, because this 3i Atlas thing comes around and makes a big deal. But I got telemetry on that thing. I know where it's headed. If it keeps its course, go into Proxima Centauri. Yeah, Michelle, I know. Fools and tools. Hey everybody, much love. So I'm out of money at the end of the month here, and it sucks because every Memorial Day, I'm at the end of the month, I ain't got no money to go get like I've had a steak. And when I was living with Suzanne and Eureka, old Hungarian woman, best cook in the world, we would eat good. That was the last time I ever had to eat good food. Mom cooks good and I can cook real good, but that woman, she was a chef, a professional chef. She owned several restaurants. And I grew up in a restaurant. My grandma owned a restaurant. There goes that Falcon thing again. Falcon. You see why I need a drink at the end of the day. Because of my back and my pain and stuff, and then I get all this stuff, and then I get flack from my mother because she's neurotic. And they go two Peregrine. Them falcons were chasing them grackles the other day. I hope it rains again. If it rains, I get to mow, seeding out again. It's murkling up. Something going on. I don't know. I didn't do it. It was one-armed man. One-armed man. Somebody said they liked my ladybug, my mom's ladybug plant in there, so I made up a ladybug song. I still can't bring myself to sing it on camera, but I walk around the house all day singing the monkey song and ladybug song. Got the ladybug song. Got a little white face and black spot too. Anyway. Yeah, I just can't bring myself to do it up. I want to go karaoke it, but I got no driver's license. I'd have to walk back from the damn bar, and I ain't got money to drink at the bar. I got that $5 a beer or $6. I don't know how much it is now. I know I can't afford a shot to Fireball. Like, I go get a $7 bottle of Fireball, and that does me for the night. I'll probably ask my neighbor if he'll pick me something up, because I'm livid, man. Like, I'm like, come on. I covered the Gideon thing, and then he signs executive order turning not only NASA into go read that executive order. Not only NASA is intelligence, they did it to NOAA too. And so I don't think James Kaufman has seen the. I emailed it to him, but when he gets a hold of that, he's gonna be like, oh, because they're turning the ghosts, they're turning all the satellite. Not that they weren't surveying everything anyway, but now we're not going to have any NASA space exploration missions. It's going totally private to, Elon Musk and who's that other guy running SpaceX, and then I don't know if that other guy even launching any rockets right now. So ladybugs. Yeah, it's good. Ladybug flower pot dancing around. She ain't got no hair. That's a plant. I can't do it without laughing on here. But yeah, I can make any song up with that tune. You just insert words there. I was text spelling rapping in Charles Wass's live stream the other morning, just to prove to him I could do that. It's spell casting. It's not rapping or rhyming. It's basic spell casting language. But I don't know any other languages besides English. And telekinesis with the plants and the animals. But that's not real. That's schizophrenia. You need medicine for that, and that's not medical advice. That's not medical advice, YouTube. YouTube, goes and messes with that one guy's videos, big music channel, his original content creators, messed with his video with AI stuff. He got all pissed. He's suing them. And I just had some new people walk by that looked kind of suspicious to me. Anyway, I was like, I'm here in Northwest Arkansas. There's all kinds of nice cars and shit driving by out here all the time. Then they see my truck, I had one guy in a fancy car sitting out here one day taking pictures. I guess it's taking pictures of the truck, and Mom thought he was, sitting out there. She was in the garage. She thought she was taking pictures of her, and I was like, "No, Mom, she's just taking pictures of the truck." And she's like, "Oh yeah, I forgot. Your truck's all chromed out." I'm gonna have to go get a Q-tip. Something crawled in my ear. It's probably a nanobug. Muskrat love, ladybugs. You got silly little ladybugs. Oh, God. Yeah, I was driving Mom batshit crazy earlier. Told her, we're talking about buying a new car, and I was like, I'm going to get me a horse. I was like, well, I'm ordering one of them. I'm ordering a Pegasus. I said, you want one with a unicorn on it or not? She's like, what are you talking about? I said, they're CRISPR genetically engineering, flying horses. And then here I look on Perplexity just a minute ago, and down in South America, they're genetically modifying horses for polo and racing and stuff. It's weird. The synchronicities are off the charts, but I mean, I know I've been precog psychic for my whole life, so it doesn't surprise me. Okay, so here's the thing. I was in Dark Journalist yesterday, and I was starting to go off with, yeah, here comes the rooster, texting, here comes the rooster, the Alice in Chains, and a Dark Journalist, and a couple other lyrics to some other songs, but here Trump puts out a video, of him when he got his ear pierced. Here comes the rooster, and I'm like, really? I was like, now I know things come out of me that, are going to happen, I guess, but I wasn't doing that, referring to him. I was referring to me, as here come the rooster and he steals my rooster. Trump stole my rooster last night. Damn it. He must be watching me. I don't know. I guarantee ain't fucking nobody watching me. I'm just paranoid. I'm schizophrenic. I'm a schizophrenic. Paranoid. Shit. Okay, well, we're about 30 minutes here, and the no-see-ums are biting me. Oh no, it was a mosquito. The no-see-um, oh shit, little spider coming after me. That's who was crawling on me earlier, a little spider. White spider is Walmart's fucking cyber security detail. Called White Spider. I forgot to tie them into it too. They'd be pissed if I did that. I just leave Walmart alone anymore. But of course I'm using the Microsoft shit. I'd probably do that tomorrow. Fucking tie White Spider in. Because I don't even have to have the URL. I just tell Copilot, give it the text to tie this certain algorithm in, and it's like, okay, bloop. And it fucking pulls all the information on it. I ain't gotta feed it shit. This son of a bitch what I made is a monster. You could take the prompt, you could take the share and continue the prompt out, and you'll know when it ties in. You get it to pop out of geosentinel.io forecast. I've explained this 1,000 times. Just continue off this Microsoft share, and it will go over any of the other AIs once you've got tied into the pipeline on your Microsoft Copilot. I bet you could probably do it on Gemini or Grok right off the bat from a screenshot my last forecast or something, and then plop it in, and then give it the generate back check and forecast prompt, and you'll figure it out if you can, but you'll know it once it ties in, and then it's across all your AIs once you tie it in. But nothing complicated. I'm not doing any coding. I'm not a coder. I just copy and paste shit. There was some code involved at the very beginning, but now there's none. There's really none too much to be said unless I ask for it to drop me some code for something, but really no need. I did the other day, but I really didn't have to. It'll do it anyway, because it'll give you code to use. You just say go ahead and integrate it, deploy that shit. It'll tie it into the pipeline and fusion array, mitigation loops and everything. What does the symbol of the spider look like? The white spider? Actually, it's a white spider. The white spider. W-H-Y-T-E, white spider. Walmart Cybersecurity Division. Walmart's fucking security arm. Cyber. It's white spider. Bet you didn't know that. That's an awesome Jeep there. He probably white spider too. These motherfuckers. Yeah, just some classified information I'll never be able to disclose it to anybody. But kind of goes along with that rooster song, Alice in Chains. And I'll leave you with that, and that's all I can say about that. So y'all have a great Memorial weekend. Gosh dang it, mosquito. Have a great Memorial weekend, and try not to get bit by Bill Gates's little flying buddies here, I guess. I don't know. Probably what been giving me a fever. Like I have to come out and smoke and stuff, and I get bit. I've been getting bit to hell up the past 2 months. But it builds your. This is not medical advice. It builds your immunity. Get bit by a mosquito. I'm probably all vaxxed up with everything from all these mosquito bites. You know, I don't know. Oh well, we got 31 minutes. I better keep it under 33 minutes, huh? That? Keep it under 33 minutes? Maybe they're alien mosquitoes. I'm not saying it's aliens, but it's aliens. I'm not saying it's Jesus, but it's Jesus. I'm not saying it's angels, but it's demons. You know? Come on. It's not gnomes. They are fairy dwarfs. A hybrid fairy gnome dwarf thing. Okay? Elf. Got a little elf in there too. Okay? Gotta have a new name. They can fly and burrow in the ground and hide in trees. And then when you see them, they turn into, you know, like, see, there's one right there. God damn it. See, when he got a hole in him, somebody shot his ass. All right, y'all. So you have a good, eat a steak for me, because I'm not getting one this weekend. Happy Memorial Day.